faith healer. Faith healing. A craft without an apprenticeship. A ministry without responsibility. A vocation without a ministry. How did I get involved? As a youth, I chanced to flirt with it and it possessed me. No, that's rhetoric. Now, let's just say I did it because I could do it. And occasionally it worked. Oh yes, occasionally it did work. Oh yes, and when it did, when I stood before a man and I laid my hands upon him and he became whole within my presence, those were nights of exaltation, of consummation. No, not that I was doing anything good or giving relief or spreading joy. Oh God, no, nothing at all like that. No, because the questions that demeaned my life suddenly became meaningless, because I knew in those few hours that I was whole within myself. I was perfect in myself. That I was, in a manner of speaking, an aristocrat. That term doesn't offend. But the questions, oh, they started off modestly enough, the pompous struttings of a young man. Am I endowed with this unique and awesome power? My God, I'm afraid so, yes. Well, I suppose the other end was, am I a con man? Well, of course not, I think. And between those two extremes, the possibilities were legion. Was this chance? Was it skill? Was it illusion? Was it delusion? Precisely what was my power? How do I summon it? Is this power diminishing? Why, you're beginning to masquerade now, aren't you? You're a husk, aren't you? And so on, and so on, and so on. Pretty silly, isn't it? Considering 9 times out of 10, nothing ever happened. But the questions still remained to the very end. Those nagging, tormenting, maddening questions that rotted my life. And when I refused to confront them, they ambushed me. And when they threatened to submerge me, I silenced them with whiskey. And that was pretty efficient for a while. And when nothing happened, or when something did happen, it helped me to accept that. But I'll tell you this. There's one thing I always knew. Right from the beginning, I always knew, drunk or sober, I always knew when nothing was going to happen.